Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and it's October, and I'm not usually one for skeletons and zombies and spooky things, but I am one for Doom. So my thing for the season is, hey, let's just play a little Doom. And I don't know, I'll show you the things I like about it, because that's what you do on the internet, right? You share positivity and share things you like. So okay, we'll start at the front because, well, mainly because I can probably breeze through that really easily at this point. Let's play on ultra violence because that's what you do, right? Don't worry about you. Uh, so the only other thing I'm gonna say is the way that I usually like to play Doom. Number one, you'll notice there's no music. Number two, in order to make it like, I don't know, I think to a lot of people, Doom is a game about high action and movement, and especially what was the math that they did that, like, if you look at the movement speed of the Doom Marine, he's like constantly running at like 30 miles an hour by like certain scales. So it's like, yeah, okay, it's a high action game, and like, okay, deathmatch started here, all right, fine, but like, I look at it and it's like, okay, we're on a planet, there's supposed to be a sense of desperation, there's, it's gory, and it's like, okay, so let's play it as a spooky thing. Like, this is, play it as like a horror game. So what I like to do is I play with no HUD. I might have turned off the console, I forget. But then basically the only thing that happens is the only time that you get to see your own status is when you're at the map menu, because then this brings up everything that you have. But also it doesn't actually pause the game, and you can't see the world around you when you're in here. You play with the opaque map, so that way when you're in the middle of action, you kind of just have to have your fingers crossed all the time and be like, well, I better focus on what I'm doing in order to stay alive. And then only when you find a quiet moment can you put your head down and go like, okay, but how am I actually doing? But again, this is E1M1. This is the Mario 1-1 of Doom. Like, this exact little piece of geometry right here, which, by the way, I want to talk a lot about the geometry in this game, because like, this game might be the reason that I like architecture in a lot of places. But this is iconic. Look at this room. If you played Strafe, which came out earlier this year, they put this exact level as, or like this exact piece of geometry as like the intro of level 2. I'm really glad these opening monsters don't move around and try to get you, because I haven't moved or done anything useful yet. Right, let's just go through. Give me that. Give me that. Don't stand next to that. Can I wake these guys up? Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you for bad aim. Okay. And now I know those guys are down there. Did they come up? Hey, did they come up? Hey, do they come up? Or do I go down? I just saw him. Get. Okay, that's one. I know there's a friend. I didn't take a hit, right? No, actually above starting health. I only have one shot though. I had no idea. Okay, see, this is what I mean. Like, there's something to be said about tension through hidden information, and that's why I think I prefer Doom as a no HUD game. Also, I just want to see more of this flat geometry. Look at this corner. It's so gross. I love it. Okay. Can we talk a minute about Windows? I remember not standing right there, obviously. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. There was I forget who did it. I'll put a link to it if I remember. But I remember there was a video series of Carmack. It was either the video of Carmack basically doing a commentary while playing through these levels, or it was just like some other article he wrote about like rules of thumb for level design, and I remember I don't remember how much effort he put into it, but what I came with away from it with was talking about windows and about how windows are a like a should I clear those guys out first before I start trying to talk? No, this is fine. But like these windows right here. So again, you know, first level, first thing you see, and we see these windows out here. Windows suggest space, but without allowing interaction to it. Because like we look at something like this. This is a doorway. A doorway is kind of a window, except it just continues the space. Like, you know, it divides a space, but it's just like, okay, we can immediately explore it. Whereas a window, everything we see through this window, like, so okay, there's two things about it. So over there in the far back, yeah, I know you're shooting at me. Deal with it. It's suggesting it suggests space where we can be, because there we see enemies, and oh my god, that was frightening. So it suggests that, you know, anywhere enemies play by mostly the same rules that the player does. So if an enemy can stand there, a player could stand there. Same thing when we look down at the armor in the pool there. If there's something that could be picked up, and especially when it doesn't show you here, does it? But the idea that there is a like pick up percentage, so there should not be a pickup that you are unable to pick up. That would be a certain kind of unfair. But then also like another doorway over there. So what I see a lot in modern video games is you'll see like the alleyway that is blocked off by police barricades, or like a van that's on fire or something like that. And so that suggests a space, but really it's just a wall. It's not a functional space. But when you put a window in and you put something like a power-up down there saying like, no, yeah, this is a space that you can inhabit, but this is not you do not immediately have a way to it. It's like a tease in a certain sense. It gives you something to anticipate. It says like, hey, the next thing that you're going to have is not what you see here, but you look forward to it. And like for those who know, like this is a secret area you get out here, which is twofold, because boy, which way do I want to show this? So for those who have played enough, which is a lot of people, there's this button here, which when you hit it, opens up, why not? We'll just do it. You hit this button, and that opens up this wall on a timer, and then you get out there. I remember growing up playing sort of the original release of this, which that button was not there. But yeah, it's exactly that kind of thing. The window said, hey, this space is here, but then the actual way to get there was hidden and requires some kind of work. It sort of gives you a goal. And like this opening thing here was that same like rules of thumb for level design talked about like, hey, don't be afraid to use this horseshoe shaped level design, where from the start, again, we haven't left the starting room yet, so I hope you're not bored yet, but from where you start, take a look at the end. So for those who already know this level, that room over there is the sort of toxic slime room near the end. So like you are getting to see in something. Yep, he hit me. Okay. You get to see, you know, nearly the end of the level from the start of it. So, you know, you're sort of looking towards your goal already, and you're like, okay, like whatever I do here, I'm trying to get to there. It's something to work for. It's not just walking down the corridor for reasons that you don't know why, you don't know what you're looking for. So yeah, that door's there, but let's not use it. Let's go the original way. Let's see the sort of intended design, I guess, which by the way is this, and I think I want to do, is it aim right here? Yep, I'll take it. Okay. Right, this is ultra violence. There's more people here. Oh, thank you for not shooting me. You want to talk about something scary? Just talk about a freaking. I took my finger off the button to itch my nose, and I'm already at 84. Okay. I mean 84, but what 90? You know, it's really not bad. There's a med kit around one of these corners, isn't there? Yeah. What's up? Stop it! I'm trying to talk a little bit. Hit scan enemy. So again, we've seen the the former humans and former sergeants, who are the ones with the pistols and the shotgun, and both of those weapons are, in this engine at least, hit scan weapons, which is frightening. That means if they see you and they have a line to hit you and they decide to shoot, they're probably going to hit you. They're like almost guaranteed damage. And that's frightening. That's actually really hard. When we come around this next corner, this is the first time we see imps, and they shoot projectiles, which, hey, stop shooting me when I'm trying to talk to people, okay? Is there another one here? Okay. So yeah, we have these jerks up here. But here's the thing about projectile weapons, just like, especially with the speed that the Doom Marine moves at, like, these are not scary. Like, they're, in a weird way, they're like filler. I think they technically have an AoE when they hit, but like, just juggle this all day. So, like, this is actually kind of fun. I like a game that is all about not attacking, but just sort of kiting missiles around. Who here has played Bangai-O? Who here played that Xbox Live indie game that was called just Missile Escape, and it was literally like waves of here's a bunch of missiles coming from specific angles, just don't get hit by them forever. But then at the same time, like, that's where the, you know, I remember the term combat puzzle coming in around the age of Halo, but like, when you start mixing enemies, it's like, okay, like, these guys could maybe do more damage, but as long as you're focusing on them, they're no problem. But then if you mix in, you know, a couple of former humans or sergeants, like, okay, you're focused on them because they are the immediate damage, but if you spread your focus out thin enough that these guys get you, then you're actually in trouble. Especially because these guys also have a melee. I don't know what the damage numbers are. I never care that much. Because, I mean, no, these guys have a pretty good way to deal with them right now. I mean, look at this. And then also just get them. I probably didn't even need to waste that ammo on them. It's 2360. I'm still doing fine on ammo. And there's also these. Here's where you learn about secret hinting. This first level is pretty chock full of concepts. And then, so that's the thing. If you notice this and you're like, oh, sometimes a wall is different. And just learning about how interacting works. He hit me. Then you also kind of notice about that wall up there. And how it's out of place a little bit. But let's see here. But yeah, so if you don't know about that button, or if you're playing on the older version, you come down here, and now we're out here, and you can get this armor. And I think if you come through this wall, that wall opens up. You know what? We could go back and check. Let's go back and check. Like, just look at how fast this guy moves. Like, from like the math of velocity alone, I think you could say that the... Yeah, there it goes. So if you didn't clear out that room, suddenly everybody in there, again, all hit scan enemies are just unloading on you, also with that window, and you're kind of dead. So that actually, that new secret's kind of a bad shortcut. That's actually a trap, actually. Which, in a... we'll get to that in later levels. So, this, take care of him. Again, as long as you get that first guy, now he's not really a deal. So also, this is where like just the level design is used to like ease things up, because like you can see them first, and I think from here, yeah, because those corpses are where they start. So from here, you can take them out without worrying about them, or you could sort of, you're far enough away that like you could almost block it the other way, take out all the hit scan, and then deal with the projectiles. Oh, hey, they know. They know. Or am I hearing something else? So that's the other interesting thing about playing without music is the fact that, so, you know, we already talked about, you know, it's clear, like, you can hit a button, and that's interactable. And then we learned about, like, look for odd color walls that are also interactable, but they're just, like, crossing a threshold is a form of, like, switch interaction. And you have to listen for it. In that case, if it's not doing something right in front of you, You just have to listen for it and be like, where is that? What's happening? And I think in a lot of ways, if you're playing with the music on, you don't get that, and it becomes harder. But also, you just miss it, and you don't realize something is happening. It takes away something for you to explore for. So this side, somebody's there. He heard me, so. And I got somebody. I got the rest of them. And hey, I know you're in here, but I have things to finish talking about. Where is it? Is it... There. You. And is it walking this way? Oh no, okay, so yeah, because stepping through that final doorway, if you heard it over the gunfire, I think the threshold is about here. That makes this descend, and then you hear that, which makes this elevator descend. And then this comes around up to... This is that wall that looked kind of weird. Oh, it totally is. It's just a one-sided wall, which is weird. Like, for so much that's actually like, oh no, there are doors and floors that move and open and stuff like that. And then it's like, no, sometimes there's just impossible, intangible walls. So whatever. We're looking good. We're looking good. Yeah, let's just get out of here. There's a door here. Okay. Next one. Hey, good. I remembered all the secrets. Now we're okay. 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 Nope, that's fine. Yeah, you're here, and I saw somebody here. Somebody's still here. What just opened up? Okay, use this. Nope, that's what's moving. Okay. I really need doors to stop opening so I can get a grasp. I'm trying to use walls for cover, but all the walls keep shifting. It's like I'm starting up. Stop that! Where did you even come from? I was over here already. Okay. This level, this level. Hey, are you up there somewhere? No, but I'll take it. Something about this one always weirded me out, because it's almost a window, and it's, when you have as much armor as we do, you can't actually grab this, so it's almost like, am I supposed to get that? Is that... What's the radius on items for pickup? Is that just something on display? But, you know, again, like we said in the last one, it's like, no, if there's an armor there, odds are it's somewhere you can grab. But then what about the rest of up there? So I want to say, I forget if it's in this episode or if it's actually in Doom 2, where there are definitely like these sort of half-height ledges that you can't walk up, but you can walk down. It's some like one-way backtracking, irritating stuff. What was over here? Is there a bad man here? Oh, thankfully not, 'cause I was looking the wrong way. We're still good, right? Gosh, we're still good. Come on, this is ultra-violence, right? Where's the hard part? Is this what I'm thinking of? Hey, what's up? Yeah, it is. Then we go up here. So again, here we go. Like, now we learned that there are people out there, so we go, okay, so how do we get out there? Because if people can be out there, just how do we get there? Key card, which I didn't even find the other bit. What is it on that one? It's this one here, right? Because this wall is slightly discolored. Backpack, which gives you, yep, ammo for stuff you don't even have. And then if we hit that button, it's not timed, but It opens that wall. Okay. See, that wasn't even in the same room. That was a secret within a secret that leads over to this secret, which, I don't know. Explore everywhere again. It's almost a weird thing, like, I think about that a lot with, oh, hello! Nope. Alright, you got the shot. Still fine. I have plenty of shotguns, right? Yeah, 65. Okay, I don't need to... Hey! Hey, here's my little friend over here. He looks so creepy. But I want it. Supercharge, that's full health. Beyond full health. Any more? No more. Hey, chain gun. So I'm trying to think, because if you don't get it here, then when do you actually get the chain gun? But now this uses all of those bullets that we've been picking up from the pistols. Never mind that you don't load... Like, okay, it might use the same bullets, but it definitely doesn't load them into the same kind of magazine to fire it. Explore everything on this side. Okay, yeah, we're ready to move on now. What was I talking about? Nope, wrong weapon. I don't even remember what this switch is for. You hear it did something. Right, it does this door. Right, okay. There's something I wanted to talk about in here. So let's talk for a minute about how... See, it's areas like this that make me go, oh, clearly this game is trying to be scary, because it's hiding stuff sort of right in front of you, sort of completely in the dark. Did I really need that health back? No, I didn't. I got the flask. Okay. Who followed me? You followed me? Did you follow me, or did you just wander? There's another one? Oh, there's a bunch more. Hey, what's up? Yeah, haha. Thank you. Any more? I don't hear any more. Excuse. Okay. But yeah, this whole... I don't know. This is a section that puts me on edge, because it's like... It's here. It's this whole blinking. It's the, like... You know there's something scary, but then, again, we use darkness as a way to hide information. It's like, yes, we'll give you the sound and a flash of a bad guy to let you know that somebody's here. And then we'll just hide them on you, and you have to guess and just be worried. We just gotta... Hello! I got him. But I woke somebody else up. Just him. And we're good? And we're good. So, gosh, is this what I'm thinking of? So, okay, I'm going to start explaining it and hope that it's the right spot. But so, we already talked about how there's switches and walls and walkable triggers. But then this game has... And this is the only time I can think of that this is actually used in the game. I really, in all of Doom and Doom 2, I can't think of anywhere else where it does this, but there are shootable triggers. Where if you walk up to it and press interact, nothing happens. It doesn't make a noise, it doesn't do whatever. It says, oh, it's not there. But then when you shoot it, it opens up. So the only time I've actually, like... For a while, I did not understand, like, I would forget that this was here, because the only time I even saw it was if you come around this corner and through this hallway, like, probably with the chain gun or bad aim and at a distance with the shotgun, so that way an enemy was standing here, and you would shoot, hit them, and the wall behind them in the same, like, burst. Because otherwise you would not know that it's there. You would just hit it and it would be invisible. But it's so weird because, like, this game has shootable secret doors in it, but this is the only one I know of. I don't know anywhere else where you could do that, and it's like the wall wasn't even particularly, like, set about or discolored. There's not, like, hints in the lighting or, like, anything with the ceiling texture above it. It's just, like, pure luck that you would discover that one. There's no hints. There's no breadcrumb trail? That's the word I'm looking for. What the heck? Who's in here? They're in here. Okay. Hey, you saw me, right? Don't you want to come meet your friend? He shot me through the decoration. Okay, well, I've done this wrong, haven't I? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Thank you for not shooting me, I guess. God, where is that? So, no, this? Okay, no, we're fine. So, if you don't know about that shoot door... Yeah, you're noisy, I get it. If you don't know about that shoot door... And again, this comes back to Windows. So, where is... Okay, so if you go down that hallway, instead of getting those 2 secret doors, that hallway leads to whatever. You come into this little nook that has this window that points, again, like at the previous level. There's a window that says, hey, here is a place that you can get to. We're proving it by putting enemies and pickups here and an interactable. That's the thing. If you just have like a window with no obvious way to access the area and you put a button there, that's a big hint. And I've seen it in other games and maps where the secret is that the button itself is shootable, almost like you know when they'll put a chain link fence instead of a door and there's a lock on it and you think like, oh, there's supposed to be like a secret here, got to go find the key. But no, the answer is you just shoot the lock. I've seen them where you just have to shoot the button through the window and then that opens the door. But like, I actually don't know anywhere in this game something like that happens. It just means no, you will be able to get there and push that button. But that's enough complaining about types of buttons. Let's keep going. Man, this game gets quiet when everybody's dead. Yes, this is where that ends. I don't think there's anything else particularly of note in this maze, aside from, hey, it's a maze. I'll take those, though. I'm using some of these, but I'm full of that? Yeah, I'm full of that. 71 shells. I'm... Yes! Why didn't... Well, if that's who you're going to surprise me with, let me just... Hey! I mean, you know, while we're in a... Okay, you know that's telling you something. It is. See, but again, this is what I mean. Like, same area, same thing, but here's... This one they make kind of clear, and like, if you've picked up on it by the first level, which you might not, it's almost kind of thing where like, you might not think of looking for secret doors like this until after you've beat the whole like first episode. I forget, does this one open somehow? Do you shoot it? Do you look for a button somewhere? That one might just look weird. I don't know. To me, that's a good sign when you put in a map and then after so long, you know, like maybe not if well, yeah, like after so long where like you remember some parts of it so vividly and then other parts are still like a new surprise the rest of the time, like that's good. Like it makes a map feel bigger. It makes it feel more like a world than just a place. Me talking calmly over this gunfire, but like the idea to like, whoop. And here we go. Here's a secret little nook that says, oh, a window to a place. But I knew enough that I got to the place first and then found the nook. But yeah, just a map where there's enough like hidden and unobvious stuff that it like also I feel like there's a part of me that feels like one of these walls in here is a secret, but I don't know. I don't remember. Nothing on the map seems to really point to it. Like maybe this one? But I don't have an... That's the thing. You would think maybe if there was like an environment suit over here somewhere that would sort of telegraph it, but I don't know. It really makes it feel like maybe there's something else on this map. Is it this right here? This? Okay, it's that, but alright, fine. This like probably wasn't even the cleanest way. again, because all the ones up top were the projectiles, and you can't really see the ones downstairs to try and aim for the hit scanners first. So like this is a bit... Stop that! You're still there? All right, hang on a second. Thank you. What am I saying? A map that is big enough and has enough hidden bits of it that you always feel like there could be something else you're missing, and in some cases you actually find it. Like half of the things that I showed you I pointed out on the last map, I did not know until maybe earlier this year, and I feel like I've been playing this game since since it came out in 1992, 3, somewhere around that. When did I start playing games? Yeah, around then. This is one that I still don't understand. You go in the left, and it just takes you around to the right, and here's the right, and it's just that loop. Maybe this is actually like a secret door. Maybe something else opens up behind it. It could. I don't know. I do not trust that I know every little detail, and that makes these really memorable to me, because it's always like, it always makes me feel like there's something to go back to, even if that's kind of just imaginary. It's just like, no, there's stuff hidden everywhere. Did I get it all yet? Hey, is there somebody right behind this door? Oh gosh! I forgot which door this was. Trying to remember. This side? This side? See, again, more windows, but like, again, we look at them and I don't see anything out there to pick up. I see no enemies. If we look at this, do any of those look like a place that would have a connecting door? I don't really know. Right now, I don't really care. That's something, like, maybe it's there. Maybe I'll find it another day. For now, I'm just gonna hit it and keep going.